Night everyone, and welcome back to Tabby's Love of Cooking. Tonight's dinner is something a little different. My husband seen this recipe and wants me to make it for dinner. So it's going to be cornbread with mashed potatoes on top, and I'm going to do a broccoli sauce on top of the macaroni of the mashed potatoes, and corn on the side with chicken, and it's gonna be a chicken leg on top too. So right now what I'm doing is I had already took and started cutting up my broccoli, so now I put it in a food processor because I want it chopped down really fine, because I'm gonna make a broccoli cheese sauce to go on top of the mashed potatoes. So I took and blended up already. And as you can see, this is what it looks like. I still got some blending to do because I still see some chunks of broccoli still in there. So my potatoes is on for me to mash my potatoes. I have some corn on, and I have my chicken in the air fryer. I love the chicken in the air fryer. I don't have to really do much when you put it in the air fryer, but season it well. So when we get back, I will show you how I'm going to put our dinner together. So now I'm just going to mash up my potatoes, the mashed potatoes. I leave the skin on, some of the skin on there. If it's too big of a piece of skin, I will take it and remove it out like that. And as you see, it just pulls right off your potatoes. But we like to eat it with the skin on because actually it's healthy with skin on. And so I just go ahead and smash it on up. And as I'm smashing, I look for pieces that don't want to get smashed in. Then I just remove it. And if you have a piece, you could just take it, go like that on your smasher, and it comes straight off. I'm going to go ahead on and make this up now. I'm going to use heavy creamer. Typically you can use milk, but I just used the last of my milk making up my muffins. So I'm going to use heavy creamer. I'm going to pour me in a little heavy creamer. Go ahead and smash that on up. And remember, you do not want your potatoes too runny. You want them just right. So that looks like that's going to be about enough creamer that I am going to need. Yeah. Yep, it is. Because I have other things I have to add in. Okay. So I'm going to use, that would be a tablespoon of black ghee butter. And that's all I need in there. Then you go ahead and smash that on up in here. And whatever you're doing, don't forget to season your potatoes. Potatoes need some type of seasonings on it too. So for me, what I use is I just use some pepper. Brown up the pepper. And you know I'm low on that pepper, so I'm going to use my white pepper, which is right here. So I'm just going to use a little white pepper. And I'll just sprinkle that on in. And then we need our salt, which we are going to use, and all I'm going to do is sprinkle me some in my hand because I don't like it. And that should be about enough salt. And just sprinkle that down with the mashed potatoes. And then we're going to go ahead, smash this up and work it around and get all our ingredients, making sure that it's all mixed in well. And it's not just one side. So now that that's smashed, what I'm going to do, because we don't use these type of things in our pot, I'm going to get me stirrer that we use in our pot, which is this plastic one, so it don't scratch up the bottom of your pot. As you see, our butter, when I mixed it up, it mixed right on down to the bottom of the pot. So you want to make sure you're getting all of that. Combine that in with the rest of your ingredients. There's our mashed potatoes. And remember to always taste, 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 taste. Taste, taste, taste to make sure you don't need anything else in it. Right. So now I'm going to check my cornbread because I am definitely smelling it. That's all the oil I sprayed. I spray mine that I can't stand for things to stick. So we have to check our cornbread, make sure it's done in the middle. And what I check my cornbreads with is a spoon. Yep, it is all done. So now we just wait for the next thing we're gonna do. Yep, they all done. Great. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and top it up with the mashed potatoes. Oh. So I also put in some sour cream in my potatoes. I'll still cream it up a little. That there. And what did I just do? So we're stirring our sour cream and our mashed potatoes. Like I said, make sure you taste your food. So for my cheese sauce, I'm just going to use some Velveeta, in which is the yellow box. The original Velveeta cheese. And I'm going to take and cut me about that much. A need of that in there. Well, actually, I'm going to put in a little bit more. And look at the wrapper, and I'll tell you what it was. How many? Oh, nope, this one. Oh, yes, it does. So, that right there is going to be 8 ounces of Velveeta cheese. So now we're going to turn that on so we can get that melted up. I'm going to sprinkle me some creamer down at the bottom, covering up my pot, the bottom of my pot. And then let that Velveeta cheese go ahead and melt down, and we're going to stir that up into a cheese sauce. And so that's how our chicken is looking. And I'm going to flip this chicken over so you get it hot, crispy, and dark on the others, cooked on the others, that color on the other side of your chicken. And so And we just gonna stir this up till that cheese is all the way melted. So this cheese is just done melting all the way. We still got a little pieces, but that's okay. And so now I'm going to go ahead on and I am going to season it up with my sauces that I want before we put the broccoli in. And so the seasoning that I'm going to use in it, I'm going to use me some chive. Yeah, some fresh dried chives. That's what I'm going to spin in here now. And the cheese sauce. I'm going to stir that on up in here. Make sure you're stirring where you get it contribute evenly, to your food. Like I said, you don't want one half to be seasoned and not the other. So you make sure you're getting it all the way around and every way. So, yep. That's that. And then we're going to put some garlic sauce in it. And I put me in some garlic powder. And I pretty much use a lot of that. Because they like the garlic taste in their seasonings. And then we're going to stir that up around in here. Good. Stirring it to make sure it's evenly dispersed out the food. This. That's how you want to do that. And so now we're going to add in our that was a little patch. Now we're going to put in our broccoli. So this is our broccoli, and I'm going to pour that on in here. It said it's broccoli cheese sauce. And we just put all that broccoli in there. So now we're just going to take and stir in our broccoli. So we added in a little bit more milk, more heavy creamer, because you don't want it to be too thick. You want it a little loosened, like loose, because it's a sauce. So it started to thicken up a little bit more than what I wanted. So we just added in some more creamer. So this is the broccoli cheese sauce. That's going to go on top of potatoes. And so and this is the cheese sauce. Like I say, now season your cheese sauce to your liking and your tasting. Just don't forget to taste your food. So this is the consistency of my cheese sauce. Here it is. It's our cornbread. Add potatoes on the top. Oh. Then we're going to stir up our broccoli cheese sauce. We're going to stir that up. And I put mozzarella cheese in it, and that's why it looks like it's stringy. I just dropped it in there and let it sit in here. So now we gotta get us a spoon to dip up. Take you a spoonful, set it right on top, let it drip down. And just let it sit right there on the top and it would drip down. And you don't want it to drop. You don't want to put too much, just enough. Then we're gonna get our chicken. I'm gonna do these 4 up right quick for y'all. I'm just showing y'all. I'm not gonna sit on camera and do all of these at one time, so I'm just showing you how you put it together. Oops, didn't take up enough sauce and that's a lot of cheese on it. And we just let it drip on down. And then what you're gonna do, get my husband's plate out the way. So now next is our chicken. So the chicken is done. I know it looks like a green oogie, right? That's okay. It'll be okay. So now what you want to do is you want to take your chicken and you want to set it right on top of it. Just like that. Make sure you... There we go. That's how we would do it and finish it up. And you could take and you could sprinkle whatever sauce you want to on it. You could put barbecue sauce. You could put, I don't know, any kind of sauce that you have. You could pretty much put on top of your chicken if you want. Or you could have did it the opposite way around. Put your mashed potatoes on top of your cornbread, your mashed potatoes, your chicken, and then your sauce on top of the chicken. Either way works out better for you. And there you go. That is the finished work of tonight's dinner. We have cornbread with mashed potatoes. We have broccoli sauce with chicken on top. And corn on the cob. If you like, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. But please subscribe to Tabby's Love of Cooking. Thank you, and everyone have a wonderful, blessed night. Good night.